Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Academic Awards ceremony. We do this every year to give us a chance to recognize and honor those students with specific academic achievements. Here at St. Croix, most of the time we just expect that you will perform to the best, and that's good, but it's not bad that we also take a time to give out awards and recognize those people who have worked hard. Parents, we're happy that you're here, and any other family members, we're happy that you are here. Typically what we will do is have students stand in place unless there are some specific awards. Then we'll ask the student to come up front here. Students, most of the certificates and awards will be available in the school office tomorrow. So there are certain things where other organizations sent you a certificate or other kind of awards, and we keep those in the office for you to pick up. We also create certificates for the academic awards that you get from St. Croix, but we don't do that unless you ask. I hate to say this, but in the past we used to produce them all, and most of them sat in the office and nobody came to get them. Or we found them in students' lockers at the end of the year. So if you'd like that certificate, all you need to do is sign up. I think it'll be in the daily announcements. You can click on the link and sign up, and we'll have them available for you. And while you may not be thinking that, so we have a fancy version of this program available. And again, we don't print them all up for each of you. But if you'd like a commemorative program that perhaps your parents saved so that on graduation they can have it there on the display table, you can order this also, and we'll print it up. And the nice thing about printing it, not that we would ever make mistakes, but if we make mistakes, we can correct it before we print it for you so that we get it correct in here. So please keep those things in mind when you see the daily announcements, that if you want some of those, you can get them. And parents, will make sure that we announce that in the weekly newsletter too. So our first set of awards are the language awards, and Pastor Huebner, I have a microphone here.
Test. There it is. Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Just to echo what Mr. Gibson talked about, I think it's kind of neat that during the year we often have the opportunity to come up here and recognize our athletes who have performed really well, people that have made it to state in wrestling, for example, people that won conference championships and things like that. So it's nice to be able to acknowledge academic champions, if you will, people that earn academic awards. So that's why we like you all to be here and to be able to applaud your fellow students for the things that they're doing and acknowledge the work that they do in the classroom. This is an example of what the program looks like, a little fancier, so he talked about that. There's a couple made already, so I grabbed one of those, but that's the kind of thing, if you would like, you can ask for that after a while. So language awards is what we start with. I'm the chairman of the World Language Department here at St. Croix, and I'll read the names of people that are earning the top student in each of the classes first, and then we'll have each one stand up and applaud for them and then move on. So first, the German awards. I've got 3, so don't applaud till all 3 of them are standing, and we have all 3 read. In German 1, it's Ziyi Wu. In German 2, it's Luke Olson. German 3, 4, Gunther Grindy. Stand. Thank you. Spanish. We have Spanish, so hold on till I get all done with Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Spanish 1, 2 students tied for the top, Cecilia Hahn and Jenny Zhang. Spanish 2, it's Raf Ramey. Spanish 3, Cindy Wei. Spanish 4, Faith Teets. Spanish 5, Maddie Flores Nelson. Please stand. Congratulations. We have 3 levels of Chinese, and the top students in each of those levels, shh. Mandarin Chinese 1, it's Katie Engel. Chinese 2, Marin Steffen. Chinese 3, Victoria Lee. Victoria Lee. Again, please hold the applause till I've read all the names. We cut off Victoria's name there. Thank you. Mr. Gibson, do you want to announce the Latin Awards? Because there's some special awards in Latin besides the top students.
Thank you. So in Latin, besides the top students from each class, the Latin students also take the National Latin exam, so you'll see the cum laude type awards. Those came from an outside organization. Whenever we as a World Language Department discuss who's going to be our top student, a lot of times I would have teachers say to me, oh, I have more than one student. Can I have more than one? And I would just say, oh, just pick the one. I don't care. Go to the thousands of the percent. And I'd make fun of the other teachers that they wanted to get as many students in. Well, guess what? The Latin 1 teacher has 3 who are the top students in Latin 1. So you'll see that as we get through. Our first award, however, is named in honor of a Latin teacher who was here for almost 40 years. And it is the Reverend Rod Lipcho Latin Scholar Award. And Katie, you are the recipient of that. Stan, congratulations. And then the top students in Latin 1, 2, and 3. In Latin 1, Leah Koenig, Lydia Gehring, and Lisa Bornschegel. And Latin 2, Matthias Sandman. And in Latin 3, Katie Engel. Congratulations. Please stand. Stand. And then the award winners from the National Latin exam. The silver medalists, Matthias Sandman, Nathan Hoffman, Katie Engel, and Gary Quam. Please stand. And then the cum laude awards, magna cum laude in Latin 1, Lydia, Leah, and Lisa. In Latin 2, cum laude Joshua Leach, and in Latin 3, Caleb Leach. Please stand. Congratulations. And now we have a few awards from the University of Minnesota for art and writing. Mr. Boehm. There you are.
So this afternoon we'd like to recognize one of our students who participated in the Minnesota Scholastic Art Awards. This is a statewide competition. It's part of a nationwide competition. The program is open to all Minnesota students, grades 7 to 12. Student entries can be submitted by teachers or by individual students. The Minnesota Scholastic Art Award winners are celebrated with an exhibition and a ceremony held earlier this year. It's hosted by the Art Educators of Minnesota and the University of Minnesota Art Department, and it's held at the Weissman Art Museum, so it's a big deal. This year we had a student, Zion Yang, submit several works of art, and she successfully was awarded 2 honorable mentions, 2 silver keys, and a gold key. And I counted these up. There were 363 honorable mentions awarded throughout the state, 363 silver keys awarded throughout the state, and 374 gold keys. So for her to take 5 awards is a significant accomplishment. She's one of the most prolific artists I've had here at St. Croix in my time, and I look forward to seeing more great things from her. You'll see some of her work here shortly on our walls. Zion Yang, would you stand up? Where's she at? Yeah. Very well done. I'm sure she'll have another busy summer and be looking to submit once again next year as a senior.
All right. This next award comes from the University of Minnesota. It's a Science Achievement Award. You'll see that it's called the, on the next slide, keep going, there, the Norman Borlaug Science Achievement Award. And from the University of Minnesota, we have Mr. Frank Bezdacek to give that award to Sam Haberkorn. So Sam, if you would come up also.
With the surprise out of that presentation, huh, Sam? Again, thanks for the opportunity to be here today to recognize an outstanding junior with the Norman Borlaug Science Achievement Award. My name is Frank Bezdacek. I'm a graduate of CFANS, which is the College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences, or CFANS, University of Minnesota. The award is named after Dr. Norman Borlaug, a CFANS graduate and a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize for his work on developing disease-resistant wheat. Dr. Borlaug's vision and scientific rigor resulted in saving over 1 billion people from starvation and for providing a blueprint for countering today's resurgence in global hunger. The award recognizes a junior for his or her accomplishments and achievements in the area of science. And like global hunger, there are many problems in the world that need solutions. And we want to encourage future generations of scholars in their scientific pursuits. Our book this year is 10 Plants That Changed Minnesota. It's written by Mary Myers and Susan Price. It highlights the importance of selected plants, their impact, both positive and negative, in the development and future of Minnesota. Additionally, if you decide to go to the University of Minnesota, CFANS, you will also receive a $1,000 scholarship. So again, congratulations, Sam Haberkorn.
Okay, I thought you were maybe, never mind. All right, perfect attendance is an accomplishment. Okay, we're gonna do this by class. And in order to present these awards, we have to make a cutoff. And so I work with the people who help me with attendance, and we pick a date and we say up to that date. And so I know there's a couple people that are on the sheet that since then, because of all the sickness and crud that's been going around this year, have missed a day or two of school. And so it was, like I said, we have to pick a time, pick a date.